We're at the 470 and 420 Junior European Championships, and I have two members of the jury with me, so if you could introduce yourselves, please.
My name is David Brunskill, I'm from Britain, and I'm the chairman of the jury.
My name is Iulia, and I'm the apprentice.
You're the apprentice,
yeah.
Which makes you the master, David.
That's the point of view.
Now, the sailors, it's a tense and difficult relationship sometimes, I would imagine, between sailors and jury, and some might see you as the police force, the enforcers of what goes on out there on the water.
The relationship can be tense, but I always try to avoid that. One of the skills in running an international jury in many ways is to have an atmosphere on the water where people realize that we're doing our job, and our job is to give fair racing to the sailors and to provide a service to the sailors. So although we have to take unpopular decisions sometimes, we have to do that for the benefit of the sailors. But if you take a tough decision, somebody's going to be upset.
Okay. Iulia, what's your perception so far? I don't know how long you've been involved in this role, but you're making the transition from sailor to jury, so you might have an interesting perspective on this.
Well, I don't know. As a sailor, because I'm mainly a sailor, I'm just starting to become a judge. At the beginning, I always tend to take the side of the sailors, and for a judge, this is, well, I've been told that it's not so good to be so friendly with the sailors and with the coaches, and that the main thing that we should focus is that the game is fair, that everybody plays by the rules. So I don't think that juries are police officers, but they just need to observe that everything is going well.
David, what's your take on that in terms of what Iulia just said about needing perhaps to maintain some distance and not getting too friendly with the sailors? Is that a problem?
It certainly hasn't been a problem at this regatta. And whilst we have to make sure that we guard jealously our independence and the respect that sailors have, in the sense that they know that we're going to take impartial decisions, we want to feel that we can always be approached, we can always be asked questions, and we're always there to service the sailors' requirements for a fair regatta. That's important.
And what sort of specifics have you been dealing with this week?
We've had quite a lot of redress cases, and often in regattas there's a little bit of mutual testing goes on, amongst the sailors and the jury to see, well, what the jury policy is on issues. And so we had a number of requests for redress concerning yellow flag decisions. We had a number of requests for redress concerning race committee actions. We had a number of requests for redress concerning being over the line. But again, we've tried to provide a consistent policy to make it absolutely clear where we're all coming from with the rules for everybody's benefit.
Rule 42, which governs kinetics, that's often a controversial one. What are you doing to address that, and what are the typical concerns that sailors and jury have?
Well, I think sailors, quite rightly, want to know what the policy is and what the interpretations are. And I think I'm right, Julie, aren't I, that we've come a long way in the last 5 years. There's been extensive training within ISAF, and certainly just in terms of jury selection, every jury member that's on the 470 course has got extensive experience at other regattas, not just this one, with 470 class issues. So we try to make sure that that the sailors have seen us before, they've seen us in other places, and they can have confidence that actually we really do care and that we want to get the proper decision on their behalf. Because it doesn't help if one person can use a technique and the other guys can't, so that's why we're there. level playing field.
Yeah, this is why many sailors, after some judge yellow flag them, they come and ask, may you explain? Can you tell me what happened? What I did wrong? In my opinion, they say I did nothing wrong. So we must explain to them what actually was the forbidden thing that they did.
And
communication is good.
being in the transition as you are from sailor to jury at the moment, how has it changed your perspective on the sport?
Well, no, actually it didn't change my perspective on the sport. I don't consider myself on the other side. I think that sailors, coaches, judges, race officers, organizers, they play for the same team actually. We all want to have this wonderful sport, to sail and to see regattas and something like this. We are for the same things. I don't think I'm on the other side now.
David and Iulia, thank you very much.
Yes, so we haven't drifted to the dark side.
Thank you.